Form D, Notice of Exempt Offering of Securities. All right. Now, Form D is really the form that they talk about that you have to file if you're going to offer any stocks. Okay. And basically, what you're looking at here is we're filing Foundup Corp for Delaware. So we're a corporation. We're actually a C corporation. There it is, our corporation. We've indicated, and our address, the name. We're raising money basically for our company, and what is the issue amount? We're looking at issuing, basically raising $100,000. So the first button here is basically $1 to $1 million. We're just doing a test, $100,000. Can we do it? So federal exemptions and exclusions claimed. I haven't read all these. I have to go through them all, but I haven't made a notice. But basically, a lot of these are for types of companies and other things that are being formed. So this is a new notice right there, and is this basically we've not offered more than one in a year. Okay. Does the issue intend to offer to at least to last more than 1 year? So basically, no. So this first offering is going to be last. We can amend this to change this, obviously. So this is very important. Type of securities offered. Now, we're offering equity, that's stocks. We're also going to be offering, and this is very important that I want to talk about, is warrants and other rights to acquire other securities. Basically, what we're going to do, which you'll never see, is basically as a first-time investor, you will have the option to basically change your investment to something known as preferred stock. Preferred stock is the stock that all angel investors and VC companies and everyone else gets. Now, what we're going to do is, as part of the agreement, once we have our 100,000 in pledges, as part of the agreement is to be fair and reasonable and say, listen, if at that time you made this initial pledge, it is non-dilutable. If someone else, if whatever percentage you own based on your original interest, if someone else, if we issue more stock, you will get that percentage based on your percentage. Now, one is that stops dilution. Number two is, if at the time when we decide to offer preferred stock, you will be able to exchange your basically Founders Series Class A stock to these new stock. Now, preferred stock is very important, as it provides a lot of securities and additional rights to you as an investor. Let me stress, you will never see this in any option that you ever involve in stocks. So with crowdfunding, what I want to do is actually establish a way for actually the ordinary investor, the guy putting in $5,000, to take that $5,000 and actually become a preferred stockholder in the future. Because, see, you are a fledgling investor, which means is you are basically taking the biggest risk by providing and purchasing into Foundup Corp, right? Because I've done nothing yet. I have a plan, I have a vision, and everything else. And by you taking that risk, I think it's fair and reasonable for you to benefit, right? Number one, you should not suffer from dilution. That means if I issue more stock, your ownership of stock goes down. Number two, you should have that option. So that's all that means. So moving on, just kind of going through this form really quick. What's the minimum investment? Minimum investment is $5,000. Okay. The reason for that is we have something down here called Blue Sky Laws, which states basically that no more than 35 investors per state. Now, we're going to be soliciting all states, technically, because anyone from may join our group from any state. However, by keeping it to the 5,000, then it means basically we don't violate that blue sky. Total offering amount, it's 100,000. So we're raising 100,000. We're offering $100,000 for the sale. Okay. Total remaining, we haven't sold any. So the total remains still 100,000. We understand we're taking pledges. We're not taking offers. We're taking pledges, indicating that your intention to make an offer. Very important that you understand that. So we're not making any public offerings. We're making we're allowing people to provide a pledge. We will decide on whose pledges we take or not, and when and everything else. So, that's just an additional safety. You can't go to the website and say, hey, I want to buy stock. You can't do that, all right? No securities have been offered. None have been invested. No. We're not offering any, sales commission and finder fee expenses. Nothing, all right? Now, what we are doing, and I don't know if this is the appropriate place to put it, but we are providing a finder fee, a 60% referral fee, which is important. So this is basically a stock referral fee. So what it means is if you find someone that purchases 50,000 shares, as a referrer, you get 30,000 shares, okay? And this is a one-time offer that's only available for the first 100,000 raised, okay? Understand that, first 100,000 raised. After that, it goes away. So as basically, what I call a fledgling investor, the kickoff investor, the micro seed investor, all right? You are taking more risk, but in return for taking that risk, or if you know someone, you're actually getting, you're getting rewarded for referrals. So, someone say, oh, it smells like a Ponzi scheme. That, Ponzi scheme is if you did this perpetually, right? And then you use, if there's way you're using future money to pay for old investors to get new from. This is not the case. This is doing is saying, hey, for the first 100,000 that you raise for your crowdsourcing and crowdfunding, we're providing you a very, very nice. In the future, I'll tell you, this 60% is going to be going down, right? This is just because we're trialing it, and I'm just putting it out there. It's just a way to say, hey, I want to make this too good that I want you to participate. 60% is one heck of a referral fee, right? It's stock. In my view, until there's value of the corporation, the value of the corporation is nothing, really. So by me putting a value of corporation of 10 cents per share, I'm pretty much saying I don't have a lot of valuation, which is true. However, once we get the patents, what's the valuation of the company? Once we have patents in place, I'm putting it up to 50 cents a share. So you're getting a 5 times return on your 10 cents a share. Once we do Foundup Week and we gross, let's say 263,000 as I anticipate in revenues, then all of a sudden the value goes up even more. So it's very important for you to understand that. So the other thing is use of proceeds. Basically, proceeds will be used for legal expense, patents, examples, really our IP strategy, development Foundups.com website, and for funding of Foundup's Week. That's what the 100,000 is going to be used for. This signature here, yada, yada, yada. Check this box, issues identified. Okay, check this box and attach. Okay, so I don't want to check this box. Okay. All right, so that's it. This has been a talk basically on the SEC filing Form D for Foundups and our intent to make an offer. So, something I did see down here, which is really important. Let me scroll down. Okay. Basically, it's very important that you actually write here. The first thing, and I think this is really important, an issuer must file. All right, let me zoom in on here. An issuer must file a new notice to the SEC for each new offering of securities no later than 15 days after the first date of sale. Okay? The date of sale is very important, right? Date of sale. Understand, Foundups is not making any sales of securities, okay? We are taking pledges. Pledges and intent or desire to be considered at our first date of sale as a participant. Ultimately, it is my decision whether or not to consider you. All you can do is pledge. By pledging is not saying you can change your pledge, you can cancel your pledge. You're not tied into doing anything with your pledge. It's a pledge. That's it. So thanks for listening to this talk and following my crowdfunding adventure on LinkedIn.